Learn to be patient with the results, but impatient with yourself. Patient with the results, patient with how long it's going to take you to get to your goals and where you want to go, but impatient with yourself for what effort you are going to put in today to start making progress. It's a marathon to get to your goals, and it's a sprint right now to max out your effort. This is what I think a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people have confused. We have it flipped. You need to flip patience and impatience. Most people are the opposite. Most people are really patient with themselves. You're patient with yourself. Like, tomorrow I'll do it. On Monday I'll do it. On my birthday I'll do it. On Jan 1st I'll do it. You're incredibly patient with yourself for when you're going to deliver. But then you're really impatient with the results. Like, why am I not winning? Why didn't I get my million subscribers? Why am I not getting X results? Like, whatever your goal is, you're really impatient that you want the results now, but you're really patient with yourself. That's what needs to be flipped. You need to understand that if you have a big goal in your life, it's going to take some time to get there. But that doesn't mean go and be lazy, right? That's the marathon you're running. But today is a sprint. Today, you're putting your max effort in. There's a great clip of Tom Bilyeu and Gary Vee. Tom went on Gary's YouTube show to talk about patience. And he said something along the lines of, I hate how you talk about patience because I'm telling people to not be patient. Stop being so patient. Go, drive hard. You have a goal, chase it down. And Gary said, I agree with you. Gary's taking the macro view that you need to have patience and understand that your life goals are that marathon. And Tom's taking a micro view that today matters. You have to adopt both mindsets. Flip patience and impatience. I look at what I'm trying to do. What's my next goal? If I want 5 million subscribers on YouTube or 10 million subscribers on YouTube, it's going to take a while to get there. Like, that is a marathon. That does not just happen tomorrow. That is not a limiting belief. It just doesn't happen tomorrow, right? This is a marathon to get there. I'm trying to solve the world's biggest problem, that people don't believe in themselves enough. That's a marathon. That's running for the rest of my life, trying to solve that problem, both in me to have Evan Carmichael believe in himself more. That's the marathon, and to spread as much belief out to the world as possible as well. That's a second marathon. These are the marathons that I'm running. And today matters. Today matters how I show up. This video matters how I show up. My filming day today matters how I show up. I hope that this video is the one that for you finally makes the shift. That's the goal. That's the intention always. Whether I accomplish that or not, who knows? But it's the intention showing up. What it does is bring urgency to the work that you're doing. Because when you think about how long-term some of your goals might be, or especially the mission that you're on, your mission that you've got is for life, right? Trying to solve the world's biggest problem. People don't believe in themselves enough. That's life. You can look at that giant thing and feel like it's impossible. Like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there, so why even try? You know, you ever felt like that? You have a goal so big, and there's some days that you feel motivated to go after the goal, and then other days where it's like, oh, it's so big, I'm never going to do that. Why even bother? Like, anything I do is just going to make a tiny dent in that thing anyway, so why even bother, right? You ever been there? So to make that shift happen, you have to remind yourself that today will matter. You have to feel like today matters, that the work you're going to do today really, really matters, and that you show up with that level of energy. Because if you show up feeling, it doesn't matter, nobody cares, it's so slow anyway, you're patient with yourself, you say, I'll do it on Monday. Guess what? Like, Monday comes and then you're telling yourself next Monday, and you never end up heading anywhere close to your goals. And then you end up feeling regret, feeling sad, feeling depressed that you've just wasted a year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years of your life because you kept being so patient with yourself. So how do we flip it, right? Step one is the mindset. Just to recognize that you need to flip patience and impatience, that you need to be more patient with the results, right? To get to your whatever goal, and less patient with yourself. Okay, that's step one. Step two, how do we actually do that? How do we actually become less patient with ourselves? How do we actually show up as our best selves every day with energy, with intent? Because this is one of the biggest struggles, guys, and I know you feel it. Life of an entrepreneur, you are your own boss, which is great and liberating and free, but then the downside is there's nobody that you're accountable to. There's no boss who's looking over your shoulder saying, you better get this done, right? So we'll always do more for other people than we will for ourselves. You'll let yourself down a lot more than you will other people. If you say you're going to be at the gym at 6:30 to meet somebody to work out together, you'll show up because you don't want to disappoint them because you said you'd be there. But if it was just for yourself and you said 6:30 at the gym, a lot of times you won't show up. You'll show up for them, but you won't show up for yourself. Think about all of the positivity you've poured in other people. How many people have you poured love into? How many people have you told, you can do it, you're going to make it, I believe in you, you're pouring love, energy, light, hope into other people, right? If you're watching this, you're part of Believe Nation, I hope you're doing that. Come on, fam, let's go. How many times have you done that? Probably a lot. But then what's the message you tell yourself in the mirror? You know? How many of those kind words are you sharing yourself? How many times are you saying, hey, I believe in you, you can do this? It feels so silly when we say it to ourselves. It feels genuine when you're telling other people. We're happy to cheer them on and tell them, it's like, come on, you can totally do this. But if you said the exact same words with the exact same tone, looking at yourself in the mirror, come on, you can do this. You don't believe it. It sounds stupid. It sounds fake. Because you're going to show up to help other people, but you won't show up for yourself. This is one of the hardest parts about being an entrepreneur. So then how do we start to flip it? How do we show up with that intention? Well, the morning routine really matters. That's why I make these videos, guys. Me personally, I want to be around Tim Grover every day. I want to be around Elon Musk every day. I want to be around Steve Jobs and Oprah Winfrey and Kanye West every day. I want to be around these people every day. That morning habit really, really matters. Like I said in the intro of this video, people don't wake up. The people you love, your heroes, don't wake up and, yes, oh my God, I'm so excited. Today is another day to be alive. This is the problem. We look at successful people and just assume that they're so different. They're not different. They wake up, they're tired, they have lines on their face, they need to go to the bathroom, like wake up the same way. The difference is they create that morning routine that sets them up to feel bold, to feel powerful, to feel confident, to feel like today matters, to feel like I'm ready to go run the sprint. Because if you can connect what you're doing every day to something meaningful and important, you're going to show up differently. In my mind, I'm telling myself that this video matters. That today, in my shooting, in my recording today, it's going to touch somebody, maybe not the world, but it's going to touch at least one person. It's going to matter. This video will matter, and it changes how I show up for that video. So what do you need to put into your morning routine to help you get that feeling? And this is the most important part of a morning routine. When people ask me, well, what's the most important thing in a morning routine? The most important thing isn't working out, isn't putting on music, isn't yoga or stretching or prayer or meditation. The most important thing is getting the feeling. This is where achievers fall down, because you're checking the box to say, I did all my things in morning routine. But if you don't feel inspired, courageous, self-belief, ready to go take on the day, then your morning routine failed you. And it's a question of now, how do we edit our morning routine to bring some of that in, to add some new tasks, maybe watching an espresso video, hey now, or just doing it again, but with intention. Because maybe listening to music and putting on your favorite song or watching a video like this is the thing that helps you. But because you're doing it while you're distracted, you're looking at your calendar, you're checking your email, you're brushing your teeth, you're doing something else, you didn't have the focus, and so you didn't get the feeling. So congratulations, you checked the box and said you did your morning routine, but if you did not get the feeling of bold confidence, courageousness to take on the day, your morning routine needs to be done again. It's really important. And then the third thing I'd add quickly is some kind of connection to service. We are built to serve. We want to feel like we matter to somebody else. Doing something selfishly for ourselves is not enough. Having that dream car is not enough. Having a dream house is not enough. Taking a dream vacation for ourselves is not enough. We need to feel like we're doing something that impacts other people, that we matter, that our work matters. And so how can you tie the work you're about to do today to service somehow? For me, it's hanging out in our Discord. You can come check us out for free. Join in evancarmichael.biz. It'd be awesome to see you there. It's also looking at the comments that I get on my YouTube channel. It's also looking at what people are posting in their gratitude sections on our Discord. It feels like what I do matters. Now, I'm spoiled now in terms of how many comments do I get on my YouTube channel. But at the very beginning, when I didn't have that, even before YouTube, I used to do speaking gigs, and I would feel so great after a speaking gig. For anybody who's done speaking, you know how nerve-wracking it can be before going to a speaking gig, and then it feels great while you're there. It feels even better after the speaking gig when everybody comes up after you and tells you how much it impacted them. That's the best feeling in the world. But then you go back home the next day and it's like, oh, now what? You know, and for me at the beginning, I have a month or two between speaking gigs. So what I would do is take all the feedback that I got of what people would tell me or what people would email to me, and I put it in a PowerPoint file that I would watch every morning. And I put it to Michael Bolton, I Will Go the Distance, and I watched that every morning for at least a year. Every morning I would watch that PowerPoint file, and it reminded me that what I do matters. And it might sound really cheesy, might sound really corny. Maybe you love Michael Bolton, maybe you hate Michael Bolton. It doesn't matter, it worked for me. Seeing the feedback, because I didn't get a lot of it. I wasn't getting feedback every day, but it made me feel like, yeah, that's what I do. It matters, because it feels like every day you're waking up and you're kind of starting over, right? Do you feel that? Like you had the greatest day yesterday, and then the next day you wake up, it's like, why do I not feel the same way that I felt yesterday? What happened to the energy? Where did it go? This is a daily reset. You know, just like you need to brush your teeth every day to keep dental hygiene, you got to remind yourself of the importance of the work that you do to keep your mental hygiene, to keep your purpose hygiene, right? So having something that reminds you that what you do matters, to default to service somehow, because again, when you feel like the thing you're going to do today will touch somebody's life, you'll show up with a totally different energy, vibe, importance, urgency than if you feel like today, nobody really cares if I show up or not. It makes a huge difference. You have to flip patience and impatience. Your big goal, your big macro mission, the thing that you're fighting to make happen for yourself, your family, the community, the world, will take time as a marathon. And so be patient if the results don't come right away. But be insanely impatient with today. You sprint today. You put everything you've got in today. The work you're going to create matters today. Flip patience and impatience and watch your life change. If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. The secret to being healthy is being happy. The secret to being healthy is being happy.